For the 2x2 ribbing, this loom does not evenly divide by 4, so you end up with these 4 right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm using a different color stitch marker so I know that this one is marked differently. What I did was these will be 2 purl stitches, that'll be a knit, and that'll be a knit. So you got purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2 all the way around until you get here. Then it'll be knit 1, purl 2, knit 1 just for this section. Right here is where we will be adding our pull string later. To cast on, you want to create a slip knot. I put it down on the inside of the loom and tighten it up. However you want to anchor your yarn there. You just want it hooked. We are doing an E-wrap cast on. So you're going to wrap around that first peg. Wrap all the way around. When you're back to the first, push all these stitches down. You can wrap that around a couple times if you need, just to hold it in place. Wrap each peg a second time. Back at the beginning, this is that last stitch. I'm going to take the bottom loop over the top. That locks that in. It's not going to come undone. And then I'm going to go over here, go all the way around the loom and knit over each peg. We're going to work 30 rounds rib stitch. So what that is you will knit 2, purl 2, except for these 4 right here. You're going to follow the way the stitches are marked. So these 4, it'll be knit 1, purl 2, knit 1. You can use whichever knit stitch you would like. You can do the true knit stitch. I am going to be using the U stitch. And your purl stitch, working yarn below the stitch on the peg, take your loom tool down through the top of the stitch that's already there, pull the working yarn up through the bottom, kick off that old stitch, put the new one on. Let me show you again. And now your U stitch, wrap around the front, knit over, wrap around the front, knit over. Continue for 30 rounds. I'm going to do a pull string top. I don't have the string I'm going to do ready yet. So here is a scrap piece of yarn. Find your single knit stitches here and here. You're going to count down about 6. Okay, we got this one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that purple right here, put that through. Now do the same thing over here. Pull up this. You want the strand to go around. So we got 2, 4, and 6. If you have trouble getting it through, you can use a tapestry needle. Tie a little bow there. For the cuff, which is the top of this bag, I'm doing a cuff. We are placing the original cast on round back on the loom. So we'll follow the stitches down, and you'll see there's loops at the end. So these will go back on the loom. The very last, we have some blue. Knit over each peg. This bag, you will be purling, do a purl stitch every time the yarn is black. When it turns to any other color, just do your knit stitch. Black, you purl. When you get to any color other than black, you go back into your knit stitch. "40 rounds of the body are done. Like from that side, see what it looks like from the inside. We're doing 2 rounds of decreases, then we'll be using a flat top bind off. So do the decrease. We're going to knit over your first peg. You're going to remove it, place it over. So you work the stitch, then move it over and knit over. Our working yarn is now coming from this peg. We'll be decreasing the 4th stitch, so you'll have 3 together. This one will knit over, and then move it over 1 and knit over. So you have 3 together and empty 1. Working yarn is now coming from this one, so we will work that next one. Fourth one, take that off. Move it over. Back at the beginning, we've done 3. There's our 4th. That one right there is already empty, but we are back at the beginning. We'll do 1 more round of decreases where we are taking the one that's in the middle of the 3. So if it's an empty peg, you will skip it. So knit, knit, so I knit that second one, move it to the 3rd and knit over. That second one, move it over and knit over. Back at the beginning, every other peg has a stitch on it. Wrap the working yarn around the loom 2.5 times. And we can cut it. The flat top bind off working yarn is coming from here. You'll be taking your working yarn through every other stitch that's left on the loom and remove it. There's the first one. Skip that. Go ahead and remove that. Back at the beginning. Go ahead and take that one. That was the last one. See how that's created a loop in there? Now you're going to go around and pick up all the remaining stitches. Tighten up that cast off edge, which you've got, okay, point out, you got 2 loops going in here. So what I typically do is I'll keep my thumb, or keep fingers down in there and kind of tighten it up, because you'll be tightening up 2 different loops. Show you from the inside. It's a little hard to see, but you'll be able to tell as you're tightening it up. Use a tapestry needle. Once I've got that tightened up, put the tapestry needle down through the middle of it. Just make sure we don't have any loops sticking up here where we didn't get it all tightened up. And nope, we got it all. And then I don't like to make knots, because knots can easily come undone. Let's see. Now, this can be used as a hat, but got the pull string on here. This is going to be a dice bag. Christmas gift for my oldest. They saw a hat I had made and asked me if I could turn it into a dice bag. So I redid the pattern, but with a bigger brim. Now for your cord here, you can use whatever you want. I think I'm going to get a piece of ribbon. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use here, but this is what I've got for now. course, the cover photo shows whatever I decide to use. See, you've got that right there, ties. And this is your dice bag. And see, it opens up and it will sit. It has a kind of a flattened bottom. It's not as bunchy as the rest. You can see how it is wanting to lay flat some. Now, those last couple rounds, the decreases, I only did the flat stitch. I didn't do any purl stitches. See, you can have your dice and stuff in it. Let me move this back here so you can see it. Different angle a little better. Okay, this worked out. The top is pretty bulky, but I'm going to put a piece of ribbon through here, which if you want to switch out, I'll just switch it with another piece of yarn so you can see how to switch it out if you want. Let me see, here's a piece of scrap yarn. Alright, so whenever you decide whatever ribbon or yarn you're putting through here, just take the end and just tie a knot. Make sure it's stuck good. Then you'll just take the other end and pull it through. There you go. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not wanting to make a dice bag, you can do the exact same thing. Keep the ribbon out of it there. And you've got a cool hat. I'd make the body a little longer because I didn't want it to be super long. I wanted it to be able to sit like this so that Jax can have whatever D&D dice or whatever crow items my child decides to put in the bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Questions and comments, leave them in the comment section below. You can directly email me, thehypnotichysteria, one word, @gmail.com. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.